Traffic slowing down ahead. Object in the road. Use caution. Two trees of various sizes have fallen in the throughway. Suggest using a chainsaw or look for alternate route. Prepare to receive comments for not wearing safety gear. You are now on the fastest route.
Well, good morning. Welcome back to Tale 3 Cabins. I was in contact with the company that delivered our house, Hartzler Homes, and there are a few items that needed some warranty work taken care of. Some seem to have corrected themselves since I was last down here, but why don't you check it out? So one of the items we noticed right off the bat when we first moved into the house was this faucet is very hard to turn. And I'm afraid that somebody is going to just grab it, try to turn it, and pull it right out or break it or snap it. But I took it off and looked at it, and it does have like some lubricant on there, but I don't see any ways of correcting that. So I'm going to talk to them about this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to tighten that up for you.
Now this faucet's very cheap, but I just thought the principle of having it brand new, it should at least work. But he's going to give it his best, lubricate it, assemble it, put it back together, but it's still going to be tight.
I'm saying that don't let hunting, and
Yeah.
it's just not like years ago when you knew everybody and all the old farmers, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, we'd do stuff for each other and help each other out and everything else. And,
Right.
you know, it's not like that anymore.
So back during muzzleloader season in last January, my friend Don got a Deere, and I went to hook up the hose to just clean out the carcass a little bit. And I opened up the spigot. It's frost free. It should have been okay. I have a thermometer that keeps track of what the temperature is in the basement or underneath in the crawl space. And that never really went below 50 degrees. So I turned the spigot and nothing was coming out. So we ended up using a faucet connection in the laundry area right inside the mudroom of the door here. Cleaned up the Deere and that worked out no problem. But we had a problem with that spigot when the house was first delivered, that you turned it on and nothing came out. The gentleman came out and took care of that right off the bat before we took possession of the house. He went and replaced the spigot. He wasn't sure why that happened. He thought maybe the pipe was crimped or something for some reason. But it had worked since he left, but then we went to go use it in the wintertime and it was not working at all. Now I go outside and I go to check it. I open it up and there's a little bit of a delay. I know it's frost-free, but there shouldn't be that much of a delay. You open it up and then maybe about 3 or 4 seconds after it's open, it starts spitting out water. I don't know if there's an issue there or not. It seemed to self-correct itself. Maybe it had something to do with the cold weather, but I'm not sure why that held closed like that. Yeah.
That when you turn them on, it takes it a second.
I know.
Because the thing, it's a long arm back in there.
Right.
But if you think you're having problems with it, I mean, we can shut the water off and I can change it.
Because he had to change it once before when we first delivered the house. He thought that maybe the line got crimped or something somehow. I don't know where.
Well, that's just they'll tell you that because if it's not working,
Yeah.
that's a possibility.
Yeah.
So it's one of two things. It's either something faulty in those, or it is a kink line.
Yeah.
So, but if it's what I'm saying, it's not a kink line, or the water wouldn't be there now.
Next up, we have a popped nail that's been protruding through the floor, and we noticed this right off the bat when we first got the home.
Just so you know, I don't know if you're aware of it, they do not. I don't know, when you was a young kid, I don't know if you ever remember even in the old farmhouses, they always glued it down.
Yeah.
They don't do this.
It's like a floating type.
This is a floating thing, so yes. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you had like a special thing where you just pounded it down. Or...
Well, I can try to do that, yeah. Sometimes you can get away with that, but
yeah.
Most generally, no.
Piece of sawdust or something?
No, it's here. I can feel the metal part. It's gonna be one of them. Oh boy. Yeah, baby. And it's them ones that's got the little burrs.
Seems high. Seems higher than the other one.
Factory, they just didn't. Looks like they pounded it there, but I can pound it more even there and pound a little more there. Yeah, I can pound that down. See that? You can feel this one. Did you? You see the difference?
Yeah, I remember.
Visually, you can see the difference.
Yeah.
I can see the difference. Sure.
Yeah.
I can take care of that. And then is this the master door here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's over that one. And you're right. You're exact. You're dead on what you're saying. It is the thing that changes the temperature sometimes.
Yeah.
That makes the doors latch and not.
Yeah. See, it's working. Yeah.
Perfect. I just want to look in here from the top across the top. Itself.
Yeah, it's sometimes bigger, like it's when the sun's on it, but like this whole bottom here is all.
Oh, I feel it. Okay, well, I'll take a picture of it, and Chuck said that, saying if we have to, we'll have to replace the door, maybe. Alright, I'll try to take a picture of that. I don't know if it'll show up on it, but
Yeah.
I'll take a picture of it. We'll go from there.
The power company needed us to install a guy wire, so the company came out and put that in last fall, but it's loosened up. It appears that it's coming out of the ground a little bit.
Come on, baby. What I have to make it any easier. Let me get this back out of the road again. There's your glove bag. Me. you want to come off of there. I think it's more solid because I think here I could push that a little bit. Now
Right. Yeah, there was some play in it before.
Are you satisfied with that?
Yep.
Them things are about 30 inches long.
Okay. But if
But
I ever
then-
had to reset it, I could figure it out. So.
But with me turning it down in there I probably turned it 3 turns.
Yeah.
I got it down in there another probably 2 inches,
Right.
and that didn't hurt it at all.
That does it for the warranty work. Now I need to concentrate over here by the leach field. The grass I seeded grow pretty good, and I need to cut it before I reseed, I think. I had my little jump starter out thinking at first it was a battery issue, but it was not. Judging by all the debris I see coming out of the casing, I believe there is a dwelling that was created here over the winter. Ah, yeah. Looks like a 4-seater with maybe a studio attached. Unexpected delay, but I think we're back on track now. This is a pretty rough area. There's a lot of rocks that I try to get out. It looks like there's some more I got to go through and get out. It's also a little muddy too. It's just rained just before I came out here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to cut all of this, but I think I can get enough of it so I can figure out a way I can loosen up some soil and start overseeding in those bare areas. I want to reseed some of the areas that didn't take too well over by the septic area leach field. I don't know if this is going to work either. I got my spreader for grass seed. If I can loosen up the soil a little bit. And I borrowed a friend's drag harrow, which is kind of heavy here. I don't have the tractor, the UTV, so I'm thinking I'm going to use the UTV, hook it up to the back, and drag it. The only bad thing is that I don't want to mess up the good areas, so I'm going to have to like selectively pick this thing up, put it in an area, drag across it. It's not going to be as easy as having JD with a rake on the back. The ad area is kind of tipsy anyways. It'd be hard to get a tractor in those areas that I need to take care of. The UTV is going to be better suited for that. We'll just see how this plays out. First thing I got to do is get it loaded, and we'll get it over there. And hopefully I can loosen up the soil a little bit, and we'll lay down some grass seed, and tomorrow it's supposed to rain. All right, let's see if this job's going to work. There's a main drag bar, and the harrow part is connected by about 6 hooks, and there's hooks on both sides of this. So if I'm going to pull it in this direction, if you notice those spikes kind of sticking out, those will kind of lay flat as I'm dragging it. If I were to use the hooks on the other side, those spikes would dig into the ground more. So I don't damage the grass. I'm going to use this side so it'll just kind of glide over the grassy areas. And still, I think it's going to loosen up some of the dirt. attached to a hitch pin on the UTV, which wasn't foolproof. I had to put it back on here and make it a little bit more secure. It is loosening up the soil. It's working better in the drier areas than the ones that are, of course, muddy. It is pulling up a lot more stones out of the ground, so I'm going to have to go around and pick those up so I don't hit them with the lawnmower next time.
Well, that's going to do it for today. Soon we'll be tackling our dirty house water issues. I appreciate everyone watching. Hope you enjoy and subscribe to these videos. Click on that little bell when you want to know when a new one is coming out. And keep an eye on us. Take care, everybody. You have arrived at your destination.